What's up? What's going on, people? Cold Hard Facts Podcast, episode 347. 342. My bad. Damn, I don't know why I said seven. I'm DNA, the only one, the one, the only, of course, back again. Once again, I have two out of the three of my co-hosts here with me today. Martin Madness is somewhere playing around. I
He's
don't
not
know what he's
here.
doing.
He's not here. He's not here.
Oh,
That's
this
what he
time you
is.
wanted to be like he was
He's
just
not here.
normally you got a joke though. Like
Nah, he's just not here.
okay.
That
Okay.
nigga is somewhere smuggling work to Mexico with his pops or something. I don't know.
Yeah, but we got a lot of stuff to talk about. Um
I just know he ain't dead.
he's not. He
He's
is
not
not.
dead.
He did. I don't even know who texted me first. I was cooking at the time and I was like, I thought the reminder text had like double notified me or some shit like that. And then I looked
Hmm.
and seen it was both of y'all like, what? Like, okay, when's the pod? What time's the pod start? Then he tells me he's not gonna be here. So I told y'all when I was gonna send the link and that was it. But
I was on the toilet at the time.
Nope. Never mind.
Information don't nobody need to know, but they know now.
oh man. Uh so I'm not 100% sure where y'all want to go. I'm finna go in a whole bunch of different
Hmm.
directions. So Jermaine Dupri, he tweeted something that made him look like a super old head.
Yes.
I
Yeah,
mean,
he
yeah,
is.
he old as fuck.
But this one in particular just like caught my eye. And I was just like, okay. This is what he said. He said, I'm a little lost. Can somebody tell me what the goal of being an independent artist is today? Because all of the things that people are chasing is major artist shit. Like, what's the thing that indie artists do that makes it special? Okay, so Crooked Eye, he responded and said, freedom. And I'm not against the majors as long as the deal is beneficial for everyone. But being
Facts.
indie is freedom to choose what and when and where and how.
Facts.
Yeah.
Talk that talk.
And also Ransom. We all know Ransom. Uh own their masters, own their names, their likeness, own their creative directions, own their freedom. See, we don't have to wait for someone to tell us when to release a song, album, mixtape, tour, interview. We do what we want when we want.
Facts.
So
They their own boss, just as
Now
simple as
see, I'll say this. There was a situation I was reading about. I forget whose situation this was, but it was something about a contract. Oh, I remember. Somebody asked me why Khalees and Pharrell was beefing, and I explained that it had to do with contract issues because when Khalees signed her deal, she was signed through that label, I believe, through Pharrell. But I don't, I'm not knocking Pharrell, but I just say that they both were wrong because if Pharrell was her mentor, he should have told her to read that contract, like really read it. And Khalees being young and wanting to be famous and wanting to get her music out there and put her product out there, young as hell, probably like, fuck it. If I'm gonna get rich off this, I'm gonna just sign the deal. But you didn't fucking read it. So that's why you all like the whole situation that happened with when Beyonce sampled one of Khalees' songs. You know what I'm saying? Like Khalees got up in arms talking about Beyonce stole her song and this, that, and the third. And it's like, but you don't own that song, and you don't own that song because your dumb ass didn't read that fucking contract. And the only fault of Pharrell's is the fact that if he's supposed to be your mentor, he didn't tell you to read the contract. So when you go to him with your arms up in the air, like, what the fuck is going on? He just gonna be like, I thought you read it.
Yeah. Too little, too late.
So to avoid all of that, just be independent. That's basically my point.
Yeah, and also like we gotta stop doing this shit, bro. Like it's like it's like it's the same joke over and over again. Well, first let me direct my anger towards Jermaine Dupri. It's like, dog, like you can't be oblivious to the fact that like this has been going on like while you around in the industry. Like you can't be oblivious to this. Like and also yeah, like we like independent artists should not get suckered into this type shit anyway. Like the deal right there, sign it for a lump sum now. Like y'all just can't do it anymore. It's just too much information out here with a lot of artists getting basically ran through like any other hoe out here. Like y'all, it's just like you're gonna get ran through. Just like avoid at all costs. Like, so like get your own lawyer. You feel me? Like make sure make sure you dot your I's, cross your T's, all that, bro. Like come on, dog.
You can't afford a lawyer, find somebody that's studying to be a lawyer.
Right.
Or just find somebody that's good at reading numbers. Just read everything. Make sure you don't get fucked up.
For sure. Yeah. And it's just like, it's just a lot of easy things to do just to avoid, certain just getting fucked over. So it's just like, nah. I just won't accept it anymore. Like I just won't accept
it. Being independent though is a lot more work.
Whole lot more work. I guess that's the benefit of having a major label backing is there's a lot of stuff that you don't have to do.
Right.
When you with a major label. Like you don't have to, you got to market yourself. We talked about this. You have to market yourself, but the marketing should fall on the label. The booking tours falls on the label. Booking interviews or whatever you're trying to do to get yourself out there falls on the label. When you're doing it independently, you have to do all of that by yourself. And if you're not by yourself, you have to do that through whoever's your manager or whoever your team is.
Right. And then nowadays though, like these labels are looking for the people who are popping already. So technically you got to be independent now to get these labels' attention.
Exactly.
So I'm
just the disconnect.
Yeah.
So if I'm already popping on my own, the record label come in, it's like what I need you for.
For sure. Yeah. But I feel like they gonna put more money. It's they putting the seasoning salt on your shit. That's all they doing. They like here you go a little bit more extra, and then they putting all the money and getting it into the other areas that you can't really get into, like probably getting you on movie soundtracks and shit, like gaming soundtracks, all this other stuff, that's like got a high price dollar on it.
Because 2K got a lot of garbage on
it. I don't know. I don't really listen to the soundtrack like that. And for the most part, it's Def Jam artists. So,
what is Def Jam doing?
They got some hot shit. Shit. Coco Jones is on Def Jam. So
shout out to Shorty
and Lady London too. Cold ass rapper. Yeah. So like you gotta. They got some hot shit on there. It's just like they not pushing the hot shit.
Yeah, they pushing that bullshit.
Well, we can see LiAngelo Ball. Like
Yeah, his
uh,
new single got Glorilla on it, and it, from what I heard, it sounds like the first single.
but see, like I knew this is the formula he was gonna stick to. Um, only because of like, okay, you see all this, like his that song, last song, Tweaker, that shit went gold. Is gold by now, and also he did put like a smaller teaser at the end
Hmm.
of the Tweaker music video, so we knew that this was coming anyway. It was just like about how quick you coming back with this one. So yeah, he came semi quick, like maybe almost a month later after the video dropped. So yeah, um, that was smart. I'm glad he did that. But I don't. This not gonna move the needle like Tweaker did. I know that. It's the fact what Glorilla verse is probably gonna be the most the reason why they play the song. You feel me? So like, I mean, good effort, but very small.
Just keep them coming.
Right? Yeah, you gotta have to like keep going. Um, with what you have. Uh, Doechii put out a song called Anxiety. Well, she re-released it. I'm guessing she didn't have I want to say the money behind her to get this song pushed. I'm guessing because of like it's had a sample in it. So that's probably why she like it's like a semi re-release because it was
Hmm.
on YouTube at first.
Hmm.
And then she just like re-released it, which
Oh,
is really
I,
it's
I
really
was
good.
I was tuned out, but I was tuned in when y'all was talking about Jello. That song was ass.
Yeah.
I like Glorilla part, but that song was ass. He was ass on it. Straight shook Avery bathwater.
Oh man, yeah, pretty much.
I tried to stall them out.
I did too, and I was mad the whole time. From the minute I was listening to him, I'm like, this nigga on here just saying any fucking thing. Like, I mean, unfortunately, this is kind of what rap has turned into mainstream wise. Niggas just get on the track saying any fucking thing. They don't even rhyme. They just say shit. And if it sounds good, it's like, yeah, keep that in there. So I don't know. This is y'all brought this on yourselves. Y'all let Tweaker go viral, and now we got to deal with this bullshit.
I'm saying
I'm not gonna
you
hold
might
back. Ain't no hate and
pull of
shit.
this.
I just don't like it. You don't have to agree with me.
It's gonna be he gonna have an album 20 songs. They all go sound the same.
Hmm. Mm.
Damn, I'm on number 10. Shit sound like that number 2. So we a lot of
Damn.
the same.
As far as the
Yeah.
Doechii song, Doechii is on social media trending for what'd she do? Oh, right. She got on Hot Ones and basically said that one of her biggest dating red flags is a straight male.
Trolling.
I
Nah,
think
she was
she's
dead ass
trolling.
serious. Nah, she was dead ass serious.
I think she like I
Mm-mm.
think she's trolling. I
She's
know she
definitely
pro-
she's trolling, but she's dead ass serious. She is dead ass.
She,
and
she
I
like
don't
she like playing with toys with her niggas.
Nah, so
Type of thing.
basically, there's two sides of the spectrum. On one side, you got the people who looking at it as, oh, you like men who are on the side the heterosexual side of the fence, and they like to dabble with the men. That's on one side of the spectrum. On the other side of the spectrum is, oh, you just like the trolling part, like, oh, you just don't like men, like men. It's like women be
Yeah.
like, I hate men. It's like that. Like men are just the red flag. So it's two sides of that spectrum that's going on the internet. Me personally, I kind of see it from both perspectives. Like I get why she says what she says, because I mean we spoke about it on this podcast a million times. Niggas ain't shit. Niggas ain't shit. We all know it. Most of us are terrible human beings. We know it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not absolving women from that label either, because a lot of women aren't either, but we talking about us. And we know
Yeah.
because we hang with niggas all the time. And on the other side, it's like, okay, if you like men who like women and men, that's a preference. There's nothing really wrong with that. Niggas is just in their feelings. This is why I be thinking a lot of niggas is gay for real. Because why are you so pressed about this? Like, why is that a
Hey,
threat to your manhood if she prefers to like fuck with men who like women and men?
I think it's because she's
niggas must thought they had a chance.
yeah, and also she's also a very beautiful chocolate woman. So there's that too. And she's popping now,
Mm-hmm.
and she's the second. She's the only and second biggest female on TDE. So, and TDE has this stigma about them where it's
You do you
all.
just not to cut you off, but you do know they signed another girl, right?
I
I don't know if
forgot
you
her
knew that.
name. I
Alam
forgot her
Alam
name.
Alameda. She
Right,
like a
right.
she like a pop artist or some shit like that.
Okay. Yeah, I do. I did know about it. I just forgot her name.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, she's she's popping now, and TDE got a stigma about them that is basically like rappity rap heads, but SZA is the exception because SZA is R&B. But yeah, I mean, it's mostly a male driven label.
All
So
right.
and rap artists that's a woman is popping, even though the women rappers are popping. This is a rarity where a female rapper that rap as well as the men is that's as technical as the man and wordy as the man is like this that's popping. We can take Nicki out of this because Nicki is mainstream pop rap to me. She's not as wordy as Doechii is.
Not
So
anymore.
not and
She can't be.
Not anymore. Not anymore. Probably when she first came out, maybe. Not anymore.
yeah, I feel the beginning of her career, yeah. But she has to be challenged at this point to get that part, to get that part back.
Mm,
I feel like, at least me.
she a legend now, so ain't really much left to prove.
Right. That too. No shading on Nicki at all. It's just but yeah, Doechii, whatever her preference is her preference. Ain't nobody, I came here for the music, sweetheart. That's all I came here for. But moving on from that,
Hey,
go ahead. What you was gonna
y'all
say?
heard that Jim Jones?
Mm-mm.
I told you my feelings about that last week. If you
Nah,
ain't
he
watched
dropped
the
Man,
it.
episode,
I think he dropped the deluxe. I think that's what he talking about.
that's even worse,
look.
dog. It's 31 songs. I'm good.
Oh man,
I am
it's
good.
good though.
I'm still good. Like
Oh,
this is another one of the rappers who I was talking about that I'm good on now. I'm just good on
oh
now,
man,
bro. I'm just good on now, bro. I got your best work already.
this was pretty good though.
Do it hold a candle to El Capo?
Yeah,
You think so?
it's better than wasted talent too.
I don't know.
This was good though, man.
All right.
Even the 14 bonus tracks on this deluxe, it was still good.
Okay.
I don't really like deluxes like that, but this was actually good.
Shit, that's just too much damn music, dog. That's too much Jim Jones
Yeah.
for me, dog. I can't do it.
It take you a while to get through it though.
I'd much rather listen to
Good.
Ransom. I'd much rather listen to Larry June and 2 Chainz right now. I much rather listen to Reason right now, but I got you.
I never stop. I never stop listening to rap. It's just you just be barring niggas up.
Yeah. But yeah. What you rate it?
I want to give it like an 8.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah, it was worth the wait, man. I like
What's the suit?
Huh?
Did you listen to it? I
No.
don't even know. Oh damn,
No.
that shit.
You know what I'm saying? His only complaint is that
I'm not a
his choruses and the chorus is not really up to par. Like he don't know how to really write a good hook.
I'm
The verses is A1.
cool on Jimmy, bro. Like first and foremost. I'm not saying bro can rap because DNA know, I lobbied hard for Jim when the fraud department came out. So I know Jim can rap. He can definitely rap better than he used to could back in, when Dipset was really like up here.
Yeah.
But as far as like him rapping, like I ain't never really been the biggest Jim Jones fan. That's not to say he can't rap. That's not to say he don't make good music. It's just I'm good on him. I just wish my only hope for Jim Jones, and I'm not being funny when I say this, I'm being dead ass serious. My only hope for Jim Jones is that he stay out of these interviews. Like get off these platforms talking this shit. Stop asking Jim Jones' opinion on the state of rap today. This nigga might be a OG, and I give him the utmost respect, but my nigga, you almost 50. You almost 50, dog. Yo, gray hairs got gray hairs. Like, you feel me? Like, nigga, just rap, bro. You like DNA said a couple weeks ago, just rap, dog. Like, you don't need to be doing all that. Trying to.
Like most people change your clothes too.
He can keep that. He can have that all day
Yeah.
long. But, nigga, I'm not saying, no, I am saying it. At your age, dog. At your age, dog. Like, I get, as a man, I get it. Getting old is not fun. Realizing that, like your youth is fading every single fucking day. I get it. I do. But you know what I'm saying?
You like 48, man.
I don't know how old Jim Jones is, but I assume he's somewhere between 48 and 50. Yeah, let me look before we continue.
I'm finna do the same.
That's all I'm saying, bro. Like,
Yeah, 48.
Yep. I know
like
what I know.
even like I saw a clip, bro, that backed up what Cam said, bro. Like Freaky Ziggy said, Freaky Ziggy said, "You not from Harlem."
Come on, man.
He told that man, just like how Cam said, "You not from Harlem," but he's claiming Harlem. It's crazy. It's just crazy.
Who not from Harlem?
Jim
Jones?
Yeah. He said he's not from Harlem. Freaky Ziggy backed up Cam and said, no, he's not from Harlem. But
I don't agree with that stance because all them years he was beefing with Mace wasn't from Harlem.
Exactly.
So now he cool with Mace. Mace is from Harlem again.
Exactly. Like that's a you know what? That's why I don't like New. No, let me not say that because I don't want to anger nobody. New York niggas are special. New York niggas are very special because like New York is such a huge place, right? Like Harlem is just a neighborhood in Manhattan. Like, but it's so huge and it's so diverse. Like now all of a sudden this nigga ain't from Harlem. When y'all was cool with him, he was from Harlem. The nigga information on the internet said he was born and raised in East Harlem. Like now all of a sudden y'all don't fuck with each other no more for real. Talking all this shit about each other on social media and on these podcasts. went on these radio stations. Now all of a sudden, the nigga not from Harlem. You know what I mean? Like, shut the fuck up. I'm sorry, Cam. I don't want no problems. Just shut up.
Yeah, that don't make sense.
But yeah, they basically said the same thing. It wasn't like so much that they completely dismissed him, but he was. I think he grew up in Brooklyn. He used to come to his grandma's house a lot in Harlem. His grandma passed. He stayed in Harlem. That's all they were saying. He basically, Freaky Ziggy basically backed up Cam's story with what
he's from the Bronx or whatever.
Right. So,
but they say the Bronx is so close to. It's like a couple blocks away from Harlem, so it really don't even matter.
Mm-hmm.
In all due respect to New York, I gotta say that on the back end. What happened else? Tory Lanez, he dropped his new album, Peterson, which is like a sequel to Daystar.
Yep.
And I knew that was on. I knew what type of time he was on after that. Once he said that, and I'm just like, dog, I'm kind of tired of hearing about this, but I still listen to it for the sake of this podcast. And it was cool for what it was. I'm like, honestly, to all be honest, I'm kind of good on Tory, and I want the. I'm just cool with the song for the playlist. Like, I guess he stopped that. I'm guessing he stopped that. Or they stopped it. Whoever stopped it.
Who stopped what?
He kept releasing songs like of old from his and just put it in a big playlist when he was in prison while he was in prison, but it had stopped at a point before this album came out. I don't know how long ago.
Oh yeah. The little Lucy's he was dropping.
Yeah, he was just dropping Lucy's that was like super old. Well, not all of them were old. They was like a couple years old or a year or two old, and a lot of them were like semi-old. He tagged the little release, the window of release. It was like one of them, couple of them said 2015, 2016, 2014.
Yeah.
Right, and then he had two. It was a couple of them that was fire though, like, and was not that was not that old. So like I was just saying, like I'm cool with that. I'm cool with him just doing that. This album was okay though. It wasn't something I'm going back to. Just let me just say that. Like I'm not going back to this. Even though the quality on a damn phone, on a prison phone.
I don't know if that was off of a phone because if I got my information correct, I actually think Tory Lanez had recording equipment in his cell that he was using to record these songs. Because I remember they put a story out about his cell getting raided and somebody took his recording equipment, or the COs came and took his equipment or something. But I think he had actual recording equipment in this cell because he not in county no more. He in some federal prison somewhere, or some state prison out there in California. So when you in them prisons, in county you can't really get no shit like that. But if you in like a state facility or if you in the feds, there are ways for you to get certain things. And that's why niggas be in there having phones, niggas be having TVs, video games, and all that shit up in there. You know what I'm saying? So I think he had actual recording equipment in that bitch.
Well, if it wasn't recorded on the prison phone, then yeah, it was good.
It sound good.
Mm-hmm.
The quality.
I have nothing else to say about it.
No, I was
about niggas getting shit.
No, so I thought the album was. I kind of figured this would happen when I started listening to it. I said, "Now watch, jail will make Tory Lanez do the one thing I wished he would do: just fucking rap." You know what I mean? Like all I want you to do is rap. Like all them singy, sampling songs is cool. I fuck with those all day, but I want you to rap. Every time I listen to an album of yours, I'll be like, yes, this nigga finally rapping. Then you start fucking singing. It's just like, all right, bro. Like, all right, I get it. You trying to be like you basically Drake 2.0. I get it. Cool. But he actually on here rapping, which is what I
Yeah.
appreciate. And I mean, I figured he would talk about the Meg situation, but he kind of he had a couple songs where he talked about it like in brief, but he majorly stayed away from that and focused on what he was going through in jail, which I appreciate. So it was a solid album. I'll give him that. Much better than Daystar, that's for sure, because I hated that.
Shit, I
I
like that
told
one.
y'all that.
Oh yeah, you did. But I like that one over this one definitely.
I thought it was like the rapping was good on Daystar, but I felt like the shit like talking about the Meg situation right at that time was just a bad move to me.
It kind of was.
Like nigga, it's fresh in people's mind, and the first thing you do is make a whole album about it. Like
But yeah, shit. I'm good on Tory. Album for now, just for now, because he is a great artist. Like, I loved his first two albums, so I'm like, and it's a couple of them that I also love. A couple other albums that I also love Tory. So I'm not against Tory albums. I'm just against this one. I'm good on it. Like, yeah.
what is it about this one versus the
Dude,
other ones?
uh, first of all, too many damn songs. First off,
You know how many
uh,
songs this nigga be having on his albums?
yes, I do. Yes, I do. I know this
I
already.
agree, but I'm just saying, like, when you say
Uh,
stuff like that, you
yeah,
know,
but I know what I'm dealing with. I know what I'm dealing with. I'm cool.
what's
Most of the
out
time, most of the time, I'm cool with him having a lot of songs. But this time around, too many damn features, too many songs of people I don't really rock with. I don't rock with none of your damn umbrellas. All right, I'm good.
they don't really overshadow the album. I feel you, I do. I'm just saying, like, the features that are on the album, it ain't that many. Like, it really ain't that many. It's not like every song has a feature on it.
You're right.
And then on top of that, like the features on the album, they don't overshadow Tory Lanez, like at all, like
You're
none.
right. You're right.
You know what I
You're
mean?
right.
They serve their purpose,
Mm-hmm.
but it
Yeah.
don't take away from what he's doing. I'm cool with your reasoning. I'm just saying, like, you know, I could see
Yeah.
if it was like you talked about Jim Jones' album, you say every song got a feature on it, and it's like taken away from Jim Jones because of, I guess, who's on there.
Yeah. Now, and so does I mentioned that too. El Capo had a lot of
Hmm.
features on it too, but it was like way more palatable. And I don't think like every Jim Jones, what he does and what Tory does is totally different. Of course, their styles are different.
All right.
So in this particular instance, like I feel like I just want to hear nothing but Tory, selfishly. So yeah.
I understand you.
But yeah, it was good. Like what I heard and everything from what I heard in full.
it started sounding like jail to you.
No, no, it's not even that. Like I said, it's the features more than anything. But yeah, it was really really good. Like I said before. Oh, so I don't know if y'all been. I don't know if y'all have any artists that y'all want to put on the stand, but I'm gonna put somebody on the stand. I'm gonna take from what Martin Madness said, and yeah, I'm putting Uzi on the stand. Where is this artist now? We started a new segment last week, and I'm putting Uzi on the stand. Where the hell is it? Where is Uzi right now? He did put out a song recently. I never listened to it. I haven't listened to it. I heard he was on his devil worshiping type songs again. That's why I was like, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait it out. Just like see what he do next. That's why I was like, and we'll see what Lil Uzi Vert gonna do next besides this. But his last album was super duper garbage. It was that Eternal Will Take Two. He didn't have no lead single for it, and nothing got picked up from this album. It was like almost like a throwaway album, and I didn't understand that at all. Like, where are you going with this? Was it to get out of
Tell
his
y'all, it do
deal?
not matter.
You say what?
He gonna tell you it do not matter.
Maybe not.
Oh man, but yeah, I think he was. I want to say that's what he was doing. He was trying to get out of his deal and trying to move on to in a different direction or something. I don't know what he's doing, but yeah, what's going on with Uzi? I'm with Lil Uzi Vert. I'm trying to figure out exactly what he's trying to move towards.
Sure.
Or
Eternal will take. He need to come out with something called Saved Again.
Something saved again.
Oh man, that's funny.
You gotta listen to him with a Bible next to him.
The crazy thing is, the pay tape was good. We had some good songs.
It was decent.
Yeah, it had some good songs at least. That's what I was saying. Like,
He ain't made nothing better than what's that album? Love is Raised too.
Yeah, that was like his last best album.
You know,
But man.
He's a far cry from the double XL freshman days when it was Lil Uzi Vert versus the world and Perfect Love Tape and all that shit.
I got one more that I don't know if y'all, like I said, I don't know if y'all got one. If y'all got one, yeah, we can talk about them. I'm bringing Pusha T to the stand.
Why are you bringing Pusha T to the stand?
Because where the hell is the him and DJ Drama mixtape? I want that. All right, I'm at the point where I know he's coming out with the Clips album, and I'm cool with that. I'm cool that that's coming. I'm cool with that that's coming out soon.
Clearly, you're not.
Yes, I am, bro. I am.
No, because it's like you getting not content. You're getting music from him and his brother together. But you saying fuck that. You want that over here. You want the DJ Drama Pusha T. That's what you want. So what he's giving you is irrelevant because of what you want.
Okay. You're right. You're right. But honestly, it's like, okay, when did It's Almost Dry come out?
3 years ago almost.
All right. So yeah, that's the biggest issue. That's the biggest issue there. Like it's a 3-year gap. I know who Pusha T is.
That's not what I was gonna say. What I was gonna say was if you look at album releases from Pusha T as a solo artist, his first album dropped in 2013, I think. Next album dropped at the tail end of 2015. The next album didn't come till 3 years later, and the next album didn't come till 4 years after that. So I mean, I don't know what you want here.
Got you. Still from a
it's looking like 2027.
Oh shit!
Oh, another solo project? Who knows? No one knows.
Shit. That's a crazy gap. If that's the case,
he go push that DJ Drama. It'd be 2027.
That's crazy. Where the hell is that? That's what I want to know. I want to know what that is. I'm also cool with the fact that the Clips album is coming. Mm-hmm. I am cool with it, but from a fan perspective,
I'm with you.
Where the hell was the DJ Drama project?
Bro? I don't give a fuck about no DJ Drama nothing. I just want a solo project. I'm a Clips fan, which y'all all know because I lobby for the Clips all the time. So I'm just want that. Where is that at?
Mm-hmm.
That's the real question. Fuck DJ Drama right now. Where is that at? Put that out first before you talking shit about a DJ Drama thing. Put that out first. Mm-hmm. That's a long time coming. You niggas ain't put an album out together since 2009, nigga. I was a sophomore in high school when To the Casket Drops came out. So I needs that.
Nobody to put on the stand? Nobody?
Mm,
J Rock.
oh well,
Oh,
okay. Yeah, okay.
we
Okay.
discuss.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
time
Yeah.
out, time out. Hold on. Before you give your case, plead your case or whatever. Me and Martin briefly talked about how TDE artists are off limits from this, mainly
They can't be.
because
They can't be
I
because we
think they
have
should
to
be.
just because of the quality of their albums, that doesn't absolve them from being a part of this conversation strictly because they are in the industry. They are mainstream artists. And they do have a lot of fans who are clamoring for music from them, even understanding how TDE artists develop their projects. So there's really no excuse for J Rock to not have put a solo album out in
Since
what's his now
2019.
six
Going on
years,
7
going
years.
on 7 years now.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? So,
Okay, from what I
well, no,
hear,
6 years. It's been 6 years. So there's really no excuse. I mean, look at Schoolboy Q. It took Schoolboy Q 5 years to drop Blueface. Not Blueface, Blue Lips. It took Isaiah Rashad fucking 5 years to drop The House is Burning. It took SZA 5 years to drop SOS. You know what I mean? Like, I get the whole wait to drop, wait to drop, wait to drop. Wait, make the fans wait until you can't wait no more. It's their biggest selling point as also as their biggest detriment, which is a double-edged sword. It's like it works to their advantage, but it also is hurting them. Ain't no reason
so
it took, like Kendrick say on Mr. Morale, he had writer's block for 2 years, but that's still not necessarily an excuse to have not dropped a solo album in 5 years. Even if you were living your life and not really worried about music and you was having babies and doing all these things and getting your money up by doing whatever the fuck it is you was doing in that time period, like you came in this game because you love the music, so why aren't you doing it? You know what I mean? Like this ain't like I get rappers, do what they love to do to put food in their families' mouths as well as like loving what they do, but they do it to put money and food in their families' mouths. And rap affords them other opportunities that they may not have had if they weren't a rapper. I get that. Like I said, it's a double-edged sword. So no, they're not exempt. Sorry, DNA, they're not exempt.
okay, you made some good points. I can't be mad at it. Go ahead, Kudabagi. You want to say something else?
Even if you hold it to TDE standards, it takes them like 5 years. He going on 7. You know what I mean? He on the clock even from their standards.
Mhm. Now, how you the only one that ain't dropped in the last 5 years? Everybody done dropped but you.
What was that like?
Kendrick dropped for you.
It-
Q dropped for you. Bro, look, just let me tell you
yeah,
something, DNA. Look at this for a second. Since Redemption dropped, right? Schoolboy Q has put out 2 albums.
two out,
Kendrick has put out 2 albums.
2 out.
Uh, SZA has put out 1. Isaiah Rashad dropped 1. Reason has dropped before he got dropped from TDE. He released at least 2, at least 2. Um, I know I'm forgetting somebody. Shit, even Zakari dropped his album before J Rock came back out.
Sir.
Sir dropped what? 2 albums
No, it's just one.
since? No,
Just one.
because he had the Chasing Summer, which came out I think either the next year,
2017.
2019,
Oh, 19. Damn. Yeah, you're
and
right.
then he dropped that
Fuck.
album he dropped last year, Karma.
Yeah.
Sir dropped twice. Bro, when Zakari, who been signed to that label since 2017 and just dropped his debut album like a year or 2 ago, drops an album before you do, that's a major problem. And you
And
the
okay.
and you the original TDE artist. He was the first nigga out. Ab Soul has dropped 2 albums since Redemption came out. He the nigga that's least outside.
Okay. I got you now. I think he's working out some label issues. I think he has some label issues. I
Probably
don't
with they
that's just
little
what I've been hearing.
mm-hmm.
That's just what I've been hearing. I don't know for sure. But he was
It
definitely
should
trying
be.
to catch one. Like he dropped that Ty Dolla Sign single and then to some other single that he dropped before then. I don't remember what it was, but yeah. That was years ago, I know, but still, like he did try to drop something and get his name back up in the conversations and stuff and being out here.
Him, him and Rocky should have a bet. Who go drop first?
Oh shit. So oh man. So lately I've been I think somebody said can't remember who said this because I want to switch gears. I didn't put this on in the description. But I wanted to talk about just like it's literally come up the dome because I remember somebody saying that we're right now in the golden era of a new golden era of hip hop. So I think I was talking to Kuda Buggen about this a while ago. I think you remember. I don't know if you remember. Let me know if you remember after I mentioned this to you, Kuda. So right now the albums are starting to get shorter and more concise, and in that concept type era of rap where the '90s was around and everything in the '90s. So they're sticking to like maybe 11 songs, 13 songs. So we sometimes even we're getting like 10 album songs like with Reason. 10 albums, 10 song albums with Reason. So uh would you all agree that we're in the new golden era or no?
Call it a golden era.
Yeah, no, golden era is not the term that I would use for what's going on right now because golden era is more like what you use to describe something old. Like maybe one day when we all old and got grandkids and shit, this era will be looked at as a golden era. But right now we not in it. Time will
Okay.
tell, like how they feel about it 20 years, 30 years from now, how they feel about this era of hip hop.
Yeah.
Maybe it could be like a redemption
Because I
era.
promise you, in the 80s, in the early 90s, they wasn't calling that shit no golden era. I promise you they wasn't.
Right.
That
Right.
shit was just hip hop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't never ask y'all how did y'all feel about Reasons because y'all album when y'all wasn't here.
I enjoyed it. I'm glad that he's like I said, this is no slight to TDE, but I am glad that he's no longer with him, so he can have the freedom that he wants to drop music when he wants to do it. Because I know that that was a major reason why he was having issues with them because they
Right.
wouldn't let him drop when he wanted to drop. Like they have this whole, like I said, it's their biggest selling point and their biggest detriment. The
Right.
nigga wanted to drop as frequently as he wanted to drop. He wanted to keep his name out there. And whoever at TDE was in his ear telling him, wait to drop, wait to drop, wait to drop, he's not that kind of rapper. You know, niggas like Kent, you know, niggas like Dot, Soul, Rock, Q, Isaiah Rashad, you know, them niggas over at TDE, the rapping niggas, you know what I'm saying? They've been signed to this label for so long, especially them first four, because they have been signed to Top Dog since like 2005 when niggas was wearing tall tees still. You know what I'm saying? So they probably were like that at first. But they like, nah, we gonna play this waiting game because Top ain't been wrong, apparently. You know, and whoever or Punch or whoever's idea this
It's
was
punch.
ain't been wrong. But it's like, you know, Reason ain't that kind of rapper. And he knows he's not that kind of rapper. And I guess you could call it him being impatient, but there's really nothing wrong with that. the mold didn't fit him.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying. It just didn't work out, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying. I hate when people try to look at Reason like he's not a great rapper just because he don't have the patience that them other people got. Because even SZA had that problem. You know what I'm saying? She was swearing up and down every few months that she was done with topping them.
Hmm.
And then here go Punch like, yeah, she just tripping. She'll get over it in a minute. So, you know, I enjoyed the album. You know, I'm glad he's away from that situation. Um, I don't like how they was trying to throw. I don't like how Musa and them was trying to throw dirt on his name.
Yeah,
You
I ain't
know,
like that
around that
either,
time, I ain't
bro.
like that shit.
I had forgot about that. That nigga outright had said out his mouth that can anybody name me 10 Reason songs? I'm like, what the
Like
fuck
how
is
the
this,
fuck, like how
dog?
the fuck do you say that about one of your artists? Like that was poor. If I was
Yeah.
top, I'd have took my son to the side and said, "Look, man, that wasn't right." Cause y'all know Musa is top son, so I'd have took my son to the side, like, "Oh, yo, you tweaking for real." Like
Super foul.
even if you genuinely feel that way, that's not no shit you say on no podcast, nigga. Y'all could have handled that conversation away from that. Because you felt like, cause it's the homies, cause it was Smack and Trail's podcast back on Fig, you felt like it was the place to do that. Like, no, you don't do that.
What you rate it?
I give it an 8. A lot of people say Reason should go to Dreamville. Like he works really well with Dreamville artists. They don't necessarily mean he need to be signed to the label. I
Right.
wouldn't mind seeing it, but you know, he doesn't have to be signed to them. He could be independent. He
Yeah.
could, you know, it's like I say all the time on this podcast. If you are an independent rapper and you build up a good enough fan base, you're gonna be set. Look at
Mm-hmm.
Currency. Currency ain't never, you know, every label Currency signed to, he left. He wanted to do his own fucking thing, and look at him now.
Yeah.
He's literally like one of the most successful independent artists of all time.
Cool. Did you listen to it?
Now, I'm gonna have to give it a listen as soon as we get off.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I got a
That's
barbecue and shit,
crazy.
so this the perfect time.
Yeah, bro. Oh,
Yeah,
it's one of them ones though. Like
yeah.
Reason really ain't had no
Mr.
bad project anyway.
Absolutely not. I'll still be playing New Beginnings like it's new. So
too much Jim Jones the last 2 weeks. I'm gonna get into him.
Yeah. Also, listen. I was listening before Kuda Buggin literally like interrupted the fact that I was listening to it again. But Mick Jenkins, he put out new type shit. Type shit, and it was completely independent. It was released on Even. He really need to put that shit on DSPs. Honestly, I honestly feel like that. I know he probably doesn't want to, but I hope he does because I think he should. I don't know if he named it an album or not, but that project is fire, dog. Like front to back. In the description it said something on the lines of since it's called type shit, he went on YouTube and searched Mick Jenkins type beats. So I thought that was creative and dope as fuck to see what these independent artists are doing. Like it's just like it's simple but creative. Like so yeah, like front to back, fire, bro. And he does well with EPs and short projects. Period. He's a phenomenal rapper. Any way it goes, like The Waters was great. I forgot the name of that project with the heart on it, or got the heart title in it. But yeah, bro, like Mick Jenkins do his thing, bro, like all the time. Like, so I'm just like, yeah, bro, like he's that. He does his thing. Uh, what is it called? The Healing Component. Yeah, that shit was really good too. The Healing
You know
Component.
what? You know what's crazy, bro?
What's up?
I've never really listened to Mick Jenkins.
That's crazy.
I never have. Like one of my old supervisor at UPS goes so hard for this man. And he was telling me about him back in like 2014. And I'm like, man, I'll give him a listen. But when I listened to him, it was just like he's good, but it just don't hit me. You know, I had to tell myself like it just don't hit me. He's a
Right.
phenomenal rapper. His music just don't hit me, like
Right.
personal.
Okay. Have you tried to listen to the Circus?
No, I kind of just
Yeah,
toned out after that. Like I,
that's
I'm,
it.
I'm, I'm, ta I'm tapped in enough to
To
talk
know.
about to talk about him
Yeah.
with y'all, but I don't listen to him like that. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. But the Circus is really good, bro. That he got Earth Gang on now. I don't know if
Oh,
that's
okay.
gonna. Yeah, like if that could persuade you to listen to it, like that's my favorite. One of my favorite projects by Mick Jenkins. He did his thing like the song Carefree.
Hmm.
Like that's the one. That's the one that I was like playing the shit out of when I first heard that project. That's got to be my favorite Mick Jenkins song. But yeah, all in all, like he does his thing anytime he hops on the track. So I really wanted Martin to be here, but he's not here, so it's okay. Uh,
All right, fuck that
because
guy.
I wanted to, I wanted to talk about WWE for a quick second before
I
we
mean,
got off of here.
you got another wrestling fan sitting right there
Yeah, I know,
on the
I
shit.
know.
Like
Yeah, yeah,
I
it's
could,
all
I could,
good.
I could sit here and do what I'm doing. Like you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, 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 yeah. It's all good. I'm just, like, it's just rare, of course. We can't always get all four of us. It's all good though. So, yeah. 2 weeks ago, WWE had a PLE called Elimination Chamber. It's also a song called Elimination Chamber, of course. With Damo
7
Genesis,
days
Earl
ago.
Sweatshirt, all that, you know. Yeah, but
definitely, that's one of my favorite Diamond Genesis songs.
yeah, but yeah. So at the end of the Elimination Chamber pay per view or PLE, whatever they're calling it now, John Cena turned heel, basically backstab Cody Rhodes and everything. And of course, I felt like it was the right move. Something that should have happened a long ass time ago with John Cena turning heel. Like that should have happened in 2012. That time where he was going against Kane, the new version of the Mask Kane. Yeah, like they could have flipped the switch then, but at the time they did not have the right guy to be a babyface, a big like babyface. So unfortunately, we didn't get it till now, which is his retirement tour that he's on. And I don't think it was wrong. I think it was the best move. As far as like they could have even went with CM Punk also to turn him heel, but like the
It would have
thing
been expected.
Mhm.
is you want war. Yeah, it would have been like, and also like it would have been expected to turn him heel because CM Punk is still gonna get cheered, and you really want a hated heel uh, uh, uh like really hatred what you call that heel version of a
Yeah,
heel where like the scum of the earth type heel. Basically, that's what you want.
yeah.
So it just made the most sense in the world. I'm really
They,
interested in how they're gonna go ahead. What you say?
I'll go ahead.
Uh, uh, I'm really interested in how the music is gonna change. And what he's gonna look like is he's gonna have to ditch the t-shirt, the shorts, this whole look. He's about to change. Like I've been seeing the corporate version, and I've been seeing a version where they cut all his hair off and shit, like and turned him into another version of The Rock, which was weird as hell to me to see that, like, which is crazy too. But
Just go back to the buzz cut. You know what I'm saying? Probably put a suit on or something.
yeah, maybe, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, it's been like leaks and rumors. I don't know if you heard about he's not gonna say anything on his first return, and he's just gonna beat the shit out of R-Truth. Did you hear
That's what
about
he
that?
should do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they saying he should do.
Yeah. So
R-Truth be stealing all
I hope
his moves.
So. Yeah, so right. So yeah, that makes the most sense, I think. Yeah. Which is fine. I ain't against it. I hope he doesn't say anything until,
we gotta wait 3 weeks to see him again, so he gonna have to say something.
Oh shit. I don't know if he's gonna say anything, dog. I hope he does though. But we'll see. We'll see.
Well,
So,
him going heel, like it changed everything, like, because now you're gonna have people turning that you least expect.
Right. Exactly. That's what it's all about.
You know,
and then they trying to get
Naomi called
on,
Bianca.
Naomi called Bianca what?
Naomi she called Bianca an ungrateful bitch last night.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. I saw that clip. That shit was like, yeah, it was expected, but kind of unexpected. Like, you can't make her a weak heel though. Like, why she gotta be a weak heel? Like, it seems like she's always a weak heel.
Her first heel run was decent. She was jumping on my phone.
I don't remember.
But she had the bandanas
look for it.
back in the day.
Your shit skipping like a motherfucker. That's why I'm like, huh? What?
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. That shit, that's why I was like, huh? What?
I know. Although I might have to leave and come back.
Yeah, go ahead, man. Shit. Silk ain't got nothing to say on this. He don't be watching wrestling.
No, I don't watch wrestling, bro. I tuned out of wrestling probably like 2006 or 7. So I don't really have no dog in this fight. But
you seen the heel turn?
Oh yeah, I saw it. Yeah, I saw it. You know, because y'all all watch wrestling, so I had no choice but to see it. But you know what I'm saying? I couldn't avoid that even if I want to. Martin is probably the biggest wrestling fan I know post Vince McMahon era.
Right.
Kuda Buggen been a wrestling fan, but he's not as vocal about it as Martin is. And Martin be at the shows. Martin got the wrestling podcast. Like, this nigga is really the posters in his room. Like, the nigga is really dedicated to this shit. You know what I mean? Like, no judgment. I'll be fucking with him about it. But I really admire that he's so passionate. You know what I'm saying? I be talking a lot of shit, but shit, I remember being young and seeing grown ass men at motherfucking wrestling shows when I was watching this shit. Like, I know grown men believe in that shit, even if they know it's fake. So
you done tell a motherfucker that shit.
What, wrestling is fake? Oh, I'm gonna say it every time. Like, I don't give a damn I don't give a damn if you if it's fake or not. The Marvel movies are fake. That don't mean I don't like them. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So I saw something interesting on Threads. I want to read. I'm not gonna read it, but basically the gist of it was replay value should justify if an album is considered a classic or not.
It should have a part in it. That's not the only reason why it should be a classic, but yes, it should have a part in it. That's crazy that you said that. Because somebody said, I forgot what the album was. I kind of want to wait till Kuda come back anyway. But somebody said, damn, this shit and this album is not that. It's not that old. Whatever album they said it was, can't remember. It's super recent. I want to say a year old.
So but in my opinion, a classic album isn't necessarily something that has heavy replay value. It can have it, but somebody defined a classic album as something that changes rap, like changes the landscape of rap. You know, and of course this person was talking about Kendrick. Of course they were. Saying how they don't think Good Kid, Mad City is a classic because while it was a phenomenal album, it didn't really change the landscape of hip hop. But To Pimp a Butterfly kind of did. Because it got more niggas being more socially aware of what the fuck is going on. Like, niggas been socially conscious forever. But in the modern era of rap, you know, I'm not saying that this particular album did that, but it got people talking, you know, more than niggas have been talking in a minute. So, you know, I know if Martin was here, he'd be, you know, spitting fire out of his ass, pause about Good Kid, Mad City, but, you know, that's why I say what I say. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think Good Kid, Mad City is a classic album, but I always go harder, pause, for To Pimp a Butterfly. I always will. And speaking of which, since we won't be on the podcast until after this date, I should talk about. We can go back to that classic thing in a minute, but I should just acknowledge To Pimp a Butterfly real quick because it does turn 10 either this week or the beginning of next week or some shit like that. So.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough. I'm not gonna lie. It's a lot of albums that is regarded as classic and doesn't have a whole lot of replay value. Like, it's a couple. Like, I want to say it's probably a 50 Cent album in there somewhere. Some people would say Massacre is not a classic, but to me it is.
I'm not. I don't think it's a classic either, but I see why you think that. Because you know what? Who was I talking to? I think I was talking to my mom. We was talking about. I don't know if you saw this, but Rolling Stone put out an article about Thriller, saying how there's a song on Thriller called "The Lady in My Life," and Rolling Stone said that it was the worst song on Thriller, leading people on the internet to just go up in smoke. Like, are you fucking serious? And I just said, you do realize that, you know, this is just one journalist at Rolling Stone's opinion. This person does not speak for the whole Rolling Stone staff.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, that's what people be getting pissed at. Like, y'all be thinking that this one person's opinion is the end all be all for Rolling Stone's opinion. It's just like, no, that's just who Rolling Stone told to write the article. You know? And that goes into what I'm talking about. Like, niggas be getting so pressed and so out of their body when somebody don't agree that an album is great or an album is a classic and no shit like that. And we do that here. It's fun. But in reality, bro, that's just one person's opinion.
I was gonna send the link again for you, but you got it.
Had to reboot the whole goddamn Wi-Fi.
Oh yeah. That's tough. That's really tough. But
I would say it's time to switch, but it ain't the smartest thing to do right now. In this economy right now.
Yeah. I'm stuck with this AT&T shit.
Damn, you got that bullshit? Oh man.
Great,
Wasn't my
Oh
choice.
boy. That
great,
shit
great,
is
great phone service, terrible internet.
yeah, that shit is horrible. That shit is horrible. Oh my god. But anywho, we was talking about classic albums.
Yeah, Coda.
Uh
Somebody was saying that on Threads was saying that they feel like a classic album is something that holds a lot of replay value. And you know, I'm gonna let DNA continue because he had a good point.
not all albums have that. It is a factor that some of them have, but not all of them. Like I can honestly say that I don't. A lot of people don't share this, but um, we ain't got to put a. I want to put a number on it, but maybe not everybody would put a number on it. Everybody would probably all unanimously agree that J. Cole's only classic in most people's eyes is 2014 Forest Hills Drive. But to
Mhm.
me, he has three. But that's a debate. Like, to me, it's 2014 Forest Hills Drive. I would say KOD, and I would say For Your Eyes Only. So
Yeah.
the reason why I say that these are defining moments and classics in his catalog is because of For Your Eyes Only has like pretty much everything you can want, and J. Cole maybe only has one song where he's talking about himself, maybe if that. Uh, and then there's other reasons on top of that. I just don't want to go long winded on For Your Eyes Only. And also another thing about For Your Eyes Only, it is a lot of songs I replay on that album, but it's not. And sometimes I do listen to it start to finish, but it's not. It don't hold a high amount of replay value with me. Like For Your Eyes Only, the title track, I replay that a lot. And I remember Silk saying that he replays that a lot. I get why now. And now I share that same sentiment with Silk now.
Boy, what you saying, bro? What an album, dog! Like
Yeah,
people need to show that album a lot more respect than they do because that's why I've been talking this shit since 2016. I think even now, like J. Cole has rapped much better on other things since For Your Eyes Only.
right.
But if we talking about like a moment in time, like if you want to put a time stamp on some shit, like For Your Eyes Only is special, dog. Like niggas, a big critique of J. Cole as a rapper is that the nigga don't ever put out no shit with, well, not substance, but he like when, especially compared to like somebody like Kendrick, he don't really put out nothing with no meaning, and it's just like, what the fuck are you talking about? Did you not listen to For Your Eyes Only? Like I ain't gonna I ain't no bitch or nothing, but I ain't gonna lie, bro. When I heard For Your Eyes Only, the song for the first time, dog, I cried. I ain't gonna lie. Cause like I felt where he was coming from. I'm from the hood. I'm not a street guy. I'm from the hood. I have street knowledge because I grew up in the streets, but I am not a street guy. So I had friends like that. You know what I mean? I lost friends to the streets. I'm sure we all have. Like I get that. And it resonated with me in a way that I don't think anything else had at that time in my life. So
The other classic I was talking about, KOD, is because I feel like that's a classic because it does hold a lot more replay value for me. I feel like I can. I don't all like just like For Your Eyes Only. I don't listen to the album in full all the time, but I do listen to that album in full. Another song that I do play a lot is Window Pane, and then another one is Friends. But that one is a classic to me because of the simple fact that the time that we were in, at that time where it was a lot of repetitive hooks. It just fit perfectly in that time. Although I don't like ATM, I can appreciate the fact that
And he know that's one of my
ATM.
favorite. That's one of my favorite songs.
I can appreciate the fact that I get what the fuck he was trying to do. Also, the fact that like he was talking about pretty much everything that was going on like at that time, and then still did not lack in bars and in lyrical content. So yeah, I mean, you know, an amazing 3 album run of 3 classics to me. And also there's other albums. I mean, other people out there that has like a great album run and classics. You could say Kanye, you could say Jay-Z, you could say Nas, you could say DMX, you could say, you know, like, you know, it's a lot of artists out there that has like amazing run of classics, either a 2 album run or a 3. It, you know, it's also where they probably skipped a year and then gave you a classic after the 2 years that they wasn't so popping or wasn't didn't have that classic output. But I know classic albums take time. And then I feel like, you know, another one of those albums that, you know, probably still needs some time is Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. I thought it was a classic soon as like I've gotten the full grasp of what Kendrick was talking about in that album. Like it was real life, it was real self-therapy and everything that was going on as far as, you know, his 5 years away from the game, but his full reflection of himself and everything. You know, so yeah.
And I was also saying that I think a classic album not only has to have some replay value, but it also has to have had a hand in changing the landscape of what hip hop is. Um, because you know that's why I don't think every album that niggas be like it's a classic isn't necessarily a classic in the terms of what we talking about. Like all niggas gonna have albums in their mind that they feel like are classics, and that's great. But like a true bona fide classic rap album has to not only have good replay value, but it also has to have helped change how we look at hip hop. It's like back in the day, like with Tribe or like Ready to Die or even Life After Death. You know, because after that, right in that era, niggas was starting to do that pop rap shit. You know what I mean? Like, and then what's another one? I'm thinking of like early 2000s, like The Blueprint. You know what I'm saying? The Blueprint basically made Kanye West a household name as a producer before the College Dropout came. Then College Dropout come out. Now backpack rappers are cool now. Now you don't necessarily have to be a street dude to succeed as a rapper. You know what I mean? Like, or like even something like a Graduation or a Dark Twisted Fantasy, which help expand the scope of hip hop is as far as production goes, or even to funnily enough, a Dirty Sprite 2, which proved that you could make an Atlanta trap album really amazing. You know what I mean? Like, so it's very like strategic. These bona fide like classic rap albums, like, and if you disagree, that's cool. But I mean, you know, like I said, niggas gonna have in their mind what a classic is. So
It's somebody with a classic album that people forget about, like kind of forget how good he was or is, because so much bullshit happened that make you want to make fun of him. But I'm gonna say, Straight Outta Cashville by Young Buck. This is a classic. Like I was just listening to that like last week, It's like really, it's still to this day, like it even aged well. Like it's
Hmm.
like no skips on it. It's no skips on it.
Hmm. I feel that. We were talking about 50 Cent. Then they think the Massacre is a classic. I don't. I'm not saying it's not a good album. I think if you think about 50, you think about Get Rich or Die Trying. And Get Rich or Die Trying, the thing that sets that apart, even though they both sold extremely well, Get Rich or Die
Yeah,
Trying kind of, the success of that album was unprecedented because nobody saw that shit coming. You know, by the
yeah,
time the end of 2003 came, 50 Cent was literally everywhere. You know what I mean? And even to another extent, I think a classic album should also perfectly encapsulate a moment in time. That's why I think Beg for Mercy is a classic.
yeah.
Because it's like it showed that G Unit was a force to be reckoned with. I mean, you see what ended up happening, but you know, like from 2003 to at least the end of 2005, G Unit was like
It's all, yeah, man, everywhere.
so.
Clothes, shoes, everything.
Hmm.
Take this. Oh, two quick things. Well, the last one may not be quick. I want to say one more time. I thought I wasn't gonna talk about this album, but I forgot the album anymore. But I forgot one particular point where J. Cole's "For Your Eyes Only." In that time, he was in a. If you listen to how the album is constructed, and also you listen to how his voice was sounding, it was real in a real somber mood. Like he wasn't really trying to give you that aggressive tone. And I'm guessing people wasn't so receptive to it in that time frame is because he gave you Everybody Dies and False Prophets right before it. And that's because of, I think those two songs I don't know for sure, of course. We're not going to know for sure, of course, until after the season 2 of Inevitable, uh, where those songs wasn't even planned to really be released until it was going to be on the fall off. That's just my guess. Um, because I mean I think I even called John like about and asked him about this. Like, do you remember like them two songs dropped before the
They sure
album and
did
everything? Yeah, like
because Cole dropped a document. Yeah, it was a. I guess you could call it a documentary. Cole dropped a documentary about the making of the album, and what's funny about the making of that particular documentary is that none of those songs are on that album. That he had like, if you hear any of the songs in the background, none of those songs made the album. Everybody Dies was not on the album. False Prophets was not on the album. So I find that documentary very funny because it's like you put song. It was also kind of genius. Like all the songs that you hear ain't on the album, so it's like we don't know what the album's gonna sound like. And it was also a bold move, especially after Forest Hills Drive had done so well and took J. Cole basically from here to where he wanted to be. That to come out with an album like that after such a commercial success was a risky move on his part. It's like, oh, if and most rappers would kind of like stay in that lane. He chose to like do like Kendrick. Like, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do something else. I'm gonna do this over here.
and then the last thing, this came out while we took our break. It's a list of the best R&B songs of the 21st century, from
That's a
Rolling Stone.
vast, that's a vast list. Oh, the ever so controversial Rolling Stones. Okay, we was just talking
uh,
about them. Okay, bro, before you read that list, I just want to tell everybody who may be listening, it's just somebody's opinion. That does not reflect what the entirety of the staff of Rolling Stone feels. Okay,
yeah.
so go ahead.
If you want, you can look up the list. I don't know if you want to look up the list too,
Let me
but
look.
it's
What's it called?
okay. The top. wait. The best R&B songs of the 21st century.
Give me a second.
So, it's 100 songs on this list. I'm gonna
I
only
got it.
read the. I'm gonna only read the top 20. I'm gonna go from 20 and then up.
All right. I'm with you.
And if you want to comment, Kuda, I know you. So number 20, Michael Jackson, "You Rock My World."
That's
Number
interesting.
9, yeah.
I want to know because I'm just looking at where you at, so I want to know if any Michael Jackson songs are on this list before I say anything.
Yeah,
But keep going.
that's the only Michael Jackson song that's in the top 20, which is crazy.
Get the hell out of here.
Yeah, bro.
I mean, okay, I guess so, because I mean, when you look back at Michael Jackson's career, he is called the king of pop, so I guess I get it.
Yeah. 19 is SZA, "Snooze."
I don't think it's been out long enough, but okay.
Solange, "Cranes in the Sky."
Hmm.
Tony Braxton, "He Wasn't Man Enough."
That should be higher.
Yeah.
That should be higher. It can stay on the top. This can stay between 20 and 11, but that should be higher.
Okay. Maxwell, "Pretty Things." 15, Aaliyah, "Rock the Boat." Beyonce, "Love on Top." Daniel Caesar and Her, "Best Part." Pharrell Williams and Jay-Z, "Frontin'."
That should be in the top 10. They tweaking. Okay, no, I'm done with this list now. No, I'm done with this list now. It ain't got to be number 1, but that should be top 10 at least. The 10 better be amazing.
Miguel Adorn at number 11. And this is
that's
here
tough.
comes the top. Yeah,
that's tough. I like that.
This is the top 10. Brandy, "Full Moon." Erykah
You trying to tell people.
Yeah. Erykah Badu, "Bad Lady." John Legend, "Ordinary People." Alicia
Damn,
Keys.
10, that's what's up.
Alicia Keys, "Fallen." Frank Ocean, "Thinking About You."
Somebody gonna be mad about that one.
Yep. Mariah Carey, "We Belong Together."
Oh, that was oh, that's tough. That's a good one too. Oh.
Mary J. Blige, "Be Without You."
Somebody gonna be pissed about that too.
Beyonce, "Dangerously in Love" too.
Oh wow. Okay.
D'Angelo, How Does It Feel" at number 2. At number
That's
1,
tough too.
"Confessions Part 2."
That's even more tough.
That was the top 20.
That's even more tough. First and foremost,
how many of them sit down and discuss this?
Yeah, exactly. But look, check this out. Okay, I can, as I'm reading, right, as I'm listening to you talk, right, I'm looking like, okay, like when you look at a list like this, you have to remember that Rolling Stone is. I'm sure there are black people on Rolling Stone staff, but they're predominantly a white media platform, right? So you have to remember that before you see some of this. Now, I'm not gonna say that they don't have some good choices here, because first of all, putting "Full Moon" in the top 10 makes me happy. It does, because that's an amazing song. But just to go into the first like 1 through 10, first of all, "Bag Lady," especially that version, is a great song. I mean, the song is great, period. But that version is probably the more commercial version. But to say "Bag Lady" is a better song than "On and On" is just insane to me. That's just insane to me. But, that's just my opinion. "Ordinary People" can stay where it's at. That's a great song. "Fallen," cool. Frank Ocean, "Thinking About You." The only reason why I say somebody's going to be mad about this is because of where it is on this list. Somebody will probably say it should be in like 11 through 20 or like somewhere in there, somewhere.
I think it should be in like in the 30s. It's a
Or
great
that.
song.
Or that.
It's a great song, but not top 10. Not top 10.
"We Belong Together," that's tough. That's gonna stay where it's at. Here's the one. "Be Without You." Bro, if you take this list to the black woman community and tell them that, oh yeah, Rolling Stone said "Be Without You" is Mary J. Blige's best song, basically, they're gonna look at you funny. They're gonna look at you real funny.
Yeah,
Like,
she got.
excuse me? Like, it
Yeah,
might have been one of
she.
her biggest hits, but excuse me?
Yeah, she got a lot more. That's like,
Way better than that.
yeah,
And I'm
way
not
better.
saying, I'm not saying that's not a good song either. That song was every damn where, everywhere, radio, TV, commercials. It was everywhere. And then as far as the the 11 through 20 goes, Adorn being at 11 is tough. I wasn't expecting that. I'm still pissed about Frontin' being where it's at. That should definitely be top 10. Especially because of the story behind that song. Like, nah, that should be top 10 at least. Best part being 13 is like, okay, cool, whatever. Love on Top being 14, that's another one that's like, okay, cool, whatever. Beyonce got way better songs than that, but on that album too, but it is what it is. I don't
How
know.
you
I
feel
don't know.
about Cranes in the Sky being number 18?
I was on Rock the Boat, but Cranes in the Sky being 18 is like, okay, Solange has a bunch of great songs, but I guess if you want to call a song like her mission statement, especially at this stage in her career, like I call it the I call it the second stage of her career because the first stage was like her being young and uh you know her the first try at a mainstream career. You know, it didn't really work. You know, and then she got more control over her music and put out the shit she wanted to make, and it got much better. So if I called the song like her mission statement, that would be Cranes in the Sky. So I'm cool with that. Here's what's insane though. I'm looking at this list and I'm not mad, but it's just first of all, the internet special affairs at 50. The fact that it even made this list is amazing to me. Cause I love that song. And the fact that they put it at 50 is like, okay, cool, at least it's here.
Right.
But Jill Scott's A Long Walk being at 49 is criminal.
Mm.
That is
Yeah,
criminal.
they tripping.
That is criminal. What else is criminal where it is? Bad Habit being here is cool. Let's see. I'm trying to find a song that's like, oh my God, why is this so low? Jagged Edge's Let's Get Married is 43. That's damn near their best song. Damn near. It's arguable. But it's like, damn. 43 though? Then Music Soul Child's Love being at 40, that should be top 20 to me.
It's tough.
Yeah,
It's
it's
tough
tough,
that
man. I'm not like I
yeah.
said, the list is cool. It's just like, bro, first of all, let me tell you something. Carl Thomas's I Wish is at number 35. That's top 20 for sure. Cause nigga, I ain't never seen a nigga beg for a married bitch to come back in a turtleneck better than Carl Thomas ever did. You feel me? So no, ain't no way that's 35. But I mean, you do what you do. Genuine's Differences, that should be top 30 to me. Let's see. Oh no, and then niggas in the hood gonna be real pissed about this one. Fantasia's When I See You is at number 33. That should be top 20. That should be top 20 off, no question. That's insane. Let's see what else is in here. Mm, 1+1 will probably need to be higher. I think 1+1 should be where Love on Top is at. That's just me though. Usher's You Don't Have to Call, that's top 30 for sure. You Don't Know My Name, that's top 30. Destiny Child's Cater to You, top 30. All right, the rest of this list is solid. But they keep the artist, but you should change a couple of the songs.
Yeah, I ain't got nothing else. I ain't got nothing else. I don't know if y'all got something.
I ain't got nothing. I need to go process
They
that
ain't got
R&B
no R.
list.
Kelly on this list, man.
Wait, what happened?
Bro, let me tell
They
you
ain't got
something.
no kills on the list,
Listen,
man.
listen to whose name you just said, first and foremost.
Yeah,
You talking
they
about
still got
you?
this.
Hold on, wait. You talking about the same R. Kelly that's sitting in jail right now for sex trafficking charges? That's the same R. Kelly you talking about, right? I don't give a damn how good his songs is. That's the one you talking about, right? You really think Rolling Stone was gonna put R. Kelly on their list? I don't give a
They
damn
still
if
got
he.
to be honest.
And I agree with you, but think about it, bro. You really think they was gonna put R. Kelly on that list, even if he deserved to be there?
Oh,
Hell
yeah.
no, they ain't doing that shit.
Well, they ain't got "Lady in My Life" by Michael Jackson on here, man.
Hey, hey, I'm with you. I am, but that's not 21st century though.
Oh yeah. I
uh,
forgot.
21st century is anything 2000 and beyond.
yeah, pretty much. Okay, so
And
yeah, one.
arguably, I know how niggas gonna feel about this, but arguably, all of R. Kelly's best music came out in the '90s. That's just me though.
Yeah, they could have put something from TP2 on there.
Yeah,
That was 2000.
like I said, niggas gonna feel away, but I think R. Kelly's best music came in the '90s. Not to say that the 2000s didn't have some great songs like the shit off TP2 or even some shit off TP3. Uh, Real Talk is one of the greatest songs ever written. I've told y'all that several times.
Yeah, man.
Uh, but
Nigga named Milton.
hey, you know what's funny? I know a nigga named Milton right now. Shout out my nigga Milton with his bald head ass.
Oh man.
Uh, anyway, I can't believe you just said that time they ain't got no R. Kelly on here. You really think Rolling Stone was gonna put R. Kelly on their list? Hell no. Absolutely not. You gotta go to the black
Somebody got
you
to
gotta go to the
be
black
honest.
publications for that. Something like Double XL or something, they probably put him on the damn list. The source or something. Is the source even still a thing? I don't even know.
No.
It's still a thing, but they don't make any
Benzino too
magazines.
busy beefing with rappers. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think they make any magazines, but they still a thing. I think. I don't know.
He
Ah,
went
okay.
on. He went on Drink Champs talking about he was still selling crack in Boston.
What? Nigga, you
That's when
nigga,
that's too.
you
He had too much.
nigga, you just last
Had
year
too much
was in a
Hennessy.
you was just in a motherfucking Instagram video skit with Queens Flip just last year getting your ass tossed in a Penny Hardaway jersey. Shut up. Shut up.
He had too much. He had too much Hennessy. That confessed all he said.
Nori need not give them niggas. This is why Drink Champs is like Drink Champs is a great podcast, but it's also kind of stupid if you think about the concept. Like you
Yeah,
bring these motherfuckers on your motherfucking podcast and have them get drunk, and then they start talking wild shit. Like
yeah.
you're trying too hard to be controversial, Nori. I get it, but it's just like I
I
love Drink
got it.
Champs. It's one of my favorite podcasts that's out. But you know what I'm saying? Like you setting niggas up for failure. Like I know y'all remember Wale episode. That was setting it up for failure.
Yeah.
Y'all know how that nigga get when he drink, bro. Like, why would you set him up for that?
Yeah. Had Faith Evans on there calling herself a hoe and shit.
I mean, the best hoe is an honest hoe. The motherfuckers still be acting like they don't be, doing dicks in 2025. Y'all need to get with the fucking program. We know what y'all doing. It's okay. But
You should just have Stevie J ever been on there?
I hope the hell not. Because
Think
that
so.
nigga
You
gonna
should
have some
get him on
stories
there.
for your ass.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That
Speak
nigga gonna be
about them
telling
Uh,
girls
stories.
getting
That
on his
nigga,
block.
he gonna be telling on Diddy he get on there.
you know what's crazy? I think he got an interview with Vlad TV right now. Uh, and
Vlad
then
the
it's,
police, so we ain't listening to that guy.
I think,
That was funny when they had
uh,
Vlad on Drink Champs. That was crazy. I'm like, y'all got the police on here.
Yeah, he was talking that shit though.
He was talking that
yeah,
shit though. Vlad, look, we talk a lot of shit about Vlad, but that nigga know his stuff. He do. He definitely knows his
yeah.
stuff.
I did. Well, okay. Two last things for real this time.
Yeah.
So since we was talking about Vlad, I wasn't gonna mention this. I was gonna save it for next week. So this is ludicrous, but it's a crazy price tag on it, but it's not a bad move. So when you get to some type of stature, you start like thinking of more ways to make more money.
Of course.
And Vlad has started this YouTube membership type thing where he's basically giving some knowledge. So what it is let me go to his page first. I don't want to say something wrong. So Vlad got he does have a membership thing on his YouTube page. And I don't know when exactly do you hit that threshold when you get that. I think it's 100,000 or maybe 500,000 subscribers. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know for sure. But he's in the 6 million range right now. So I'm sure he's got the memberships too that rock with him too. So he started a Vlad TV YouTube masterclass. It just started, and the price tag is $100 a month. Get 4 episodes, and basically he's giving you a basically his camera setups, how to start and make money on YouTube. Basically, like that's basically the interview guest and how to do all that stuff. And that's smart or whatever. I'm not paying that $100 though. And if I do pay that $100, it's gonna be later on down the line when I see like, okay, I can spend $100 this one month and I'm gonna see what everything entails, and then I'll keep subscribing and stay on if I want to. Like I just want to see what's in there that you're not telling us. Like people are putting certain things behind the paywall that shouldn't be behind the paywall. Like yes, it's smart to have that behind the paywall, but the price tag is too damn high, in my opinion. And then second, this is the last thing. Honestly, it was the last thing. So last week I said I was gonna make an announcement about our 7-year anniversary. So we are starting our merch site soon. I'm sure slowly but surely on the work, getting that together. Everybody's gonna have their own shirt, but y'all are in charge of the design. I cannot. We're also. I'm not gonna design y'all shirts for y'all. Y'all gotta have your own design of what y'all normally say on this podcast and continuously say on this podcast, like your own little catchphrase. I have an idea of what y'all could possibly already say. My memory ain't that damn good to where I know exactly everything y'all say, but of course, the date or the deadline for y'all to give me some type of concept design is by the end of April, whatever so the 30th of April, 31st of April, I don't know how many days of April it is. I don't know exactly. But I will work diligently and making sure your design is up there. Y'all get 100% of the profit, all that great shit. And the official time where it's gonna launch is on May 2nd. So by May 2nd, you can get your merch. I'm also
get him a throwback quote.
Okay.
Try to
Okay.
teach y'all
Okay.
how to get some pussy.
The last thing I
Damn,
wanted
it
to tell
froze.
y'all. Yeah, he froze. I don't know. That Wi-Fi is terrible. Oh, do you back now?
Oh
Now
man.
you back. No, Cuda.
Oh man.
Yeah. But the last thing I wanted to say, we also gonna have a 7-year anniversary type merch thing. More details on that soon. But yeah, that's our show. That's it. That's all. Hopefully, we'll have the full 4 members here of this podcast here next week. If not, you'll see us 3, I guess.
Yeah, unless something come up, I will be here.
For sure. All right. We will see y'all next week.